Way down upon the Suwannee River, far, far away.
The Lower Suwannee National Wildlife Refuge, located in southeastern Dixie County and northwestern Levy County, is managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And the main mission of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is to conserve, protect, and enhance fish, wildlife, and plants in their habitat. And in some areas, the refuge is intensively managed through planting and burning to provide adequate habitat. However, in others, there's very little management at all. But what are the real benefits to local taxpayers for providing and funding to support this mission?
The majority of the land within the Lower Suwannee National Wildlife Refuge was historically used for timber production. While this was beneficial to the interest of the industry, timber production in this area was not beneficial to the natural ecosystems. As a coastal area, the majority of this land was historically sand pine scrub and tidal marsh, with lowered salinity levels moving inland. Since the refuge's establishment in 1979, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service makes management decisions to restore and protect the habitat for the use of wildlife. These habitats at the coastal interface are some of the most productive in the world and provide refuge for a number of animals, including deer, alligators, river otters, Gulf sturgeons, eastern indigo snakes, gopher tortoises, and swallow-tailed kites. These goals are admirable, but in times of the economic downturn, what other benefits to wildlife refuges provide to the people, the citizens whose tax dollars fund the refuges?
Can a wildlife refuge provide benefits to people who aren't necessarily focused on benefiting wildlife? Do these programs offer benefit to everyone, or are they too specific to nature lovers? Why should citizens care about them? The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service acknowledges that wildlife needs habitat, but what are the benefits to people who do not use these habitats? Why should the land be used for things like productive industry?
Conserving habitat doesn't just benefit the wildlife living within it. Through conserving these habitats, humans reap a number of benefits. Preserving coastal areas helps to reduce shoreline erosion and tempers the effects of strong storms from the ocean. Preserving marshes and wetlands provides groundwater recharge and cleans the water, protecting our water supply from saltwater intrusion and contaminants. Water recharge and nutrient removal also improves the quality of water bodies upstream and prevents algal growth, which benefits areas such as the Suwannee River and springs that are used for recreational purposes. Marshes and wetlands also provide water storage during flood events to prevent massive fluctuations in water levels in the Suwannee River, which would damage properties within the flood zone. These services are incredibly expensive for humans to provide through engineering and are important to our survival. Other land uses, such as timber production, reduce the value of these services and therefore detract from the benefits provided.
Management for one objective can meet the needs of other objectives simultaneously. While it might not immediately be visible to the naked eye, habitat conservation holds many benefits for humans. It might sometimes feel like we are footing the bill for wildlife, but we're actually reaping the benefits as well. Conserving natural areas provides increased value in a variety of ecosystem services that provide benefits at a fraction of the cost of engineered solutions. The conservation of these scrublands and wetland habitats provide valuable benefits to man and animals alike, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service aims to protect and conserve habitats for wildlife, but these same actions protect and preserve our way of life.
Way down upon the Suwannee River, far, far away. There's where my heart is turning ever, there's where the old folks stay. All up and down the whole creation say.